What if you forgave someone who betrayed you, but the pain never really left? What if everyone praised your strength, while inside you were quietly breaking? Forgiveness is often celebrated as victory, but no one talks about the silent struggle that comes after. Today's story is about someone who chose forgiveness, yet fought battles no one ever saw. And maybe, just maybe, you will recognize parts of your own journey inside this story. Lolo Adam is not a perfect man or a moral judge. He is simply a storyteller, a character shaped by the many life experiences he has listened to from people around him. Through stories, he shares wisdom about human struggles, reminding us that healing is not always loud and strength is often hidden behind silence. Today, Lolo Adam shares the story of someone we will call John. John believed loyalty was sacred. He invested deeply in friendships and trusted people fully. For nearly 10 years, his closest friend Marcus was like a brother. They supported each other through financial struggles, family problems, and career challenges. John often shared his fears and private thoughts with Marcus. He believed vulnerability was the foundation of true friendship. But one afternoon, John discovered something that shattered his trust. Marcus had shared John's personal struggles with others, turning confidential conversations into stories that spread quickly. The betrayal felt quiet, but devastating. Not a loud explosion, more like a slow collapse from within. John felt anger, shame, and confusion. He questioned his judgment. He wondered if he had been foolish for trusting so deeply. Friends encouraged him to end the relationship permanently. Some told him to expose Marcus publicly. Others told him to pretend nothing happened. After weeks of emotional exhaustion, John chose forgiveness. He confronted Marcus calmly and explained how deeply he was hurt. Marcus apologized sincerely and promised to change. John accepted the apology. On the outside, it looked like closure, but inside, the struggle had only begun. He smiled during conversations, but his heart felt guarded. He avoided sharing personal thoughts with anyone. He replayed the betrayal repeatedly in his mind. He felt guilty for still feeling pain after forgiving. He wondered, if I truly forgave, why do I still feel broken? Psychological research shows that betrayal trauma activates the same stress centers in the brain as physical danger. Even after reconciliation, the nervous system may remain in a protective state, causing anxiety, distrust, and emotional withdrawal. Forgiveness is a decision, but emotional recovery is a neurological process that takes time. One evening, John listened to a story shared by Lolo Adam. The message was simple. Forgiveness is not the end of pain, it is the beginning of healing. Lolo Adam explained, many people confuse forgiveness with emotional closure. But forgiveness releases anger, while healing rebuilds trust within ourselves. For the first time, John allowed himself to admit he was still hurting. He stopped pretending to be fully healed. He began writing his thoughts honestly. He sought guidance from a trusted counselor. He learned to set boundaries, not as punishment, but as protection. Slowly, John realized, forgiveness does not erase lessons, it teaches wisdom. John found comfort in an ancient piece of wisdom. Guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. He understood that forgiveness and boundaries can exist together. Forgiving Marcus did not mean ignoring the need for emotional safety. Another passage reminded him, a gentle answer turns away wrath. Proverbs 15:1. John learned that quiet strength is not about suppressing pain. It is about responding with wisdom rather than bitterness. John's journey reveals 3 powerful lessons. First, forgiveness is an act of courage, not emotional erasure. Second, silent struggles after betrayal are normal, not signs of weakness. Third, healing requires honesty, boundaries, and patience with yourself. Science confirms that emotional wounds heal through expression, supportive relationships, and time. Faith reminds us that wisdom grows through reflection and resilience. John eventually regained confidence. Not because the past disappeared, but because he learned to trust his own strength again. Maybe you are someone who forgave, yet still carries silent battles. Maybe people see your strength, but not your healing journey. If that is you, remember this: healing is not a race. Your progress is real, even when invisible. Take a moment today to ask yourself, what part of my heart still needs patience and compassion? If this story resonated with you, share your reflections in the comments. Your experience might help someone else feel understood. And if you believe stories like this bring wisdom and healing, consider subscribing to Wisdom Thoughts so more people can find encouragement through shared human journeys. Because sometimes the strongest victories are the quiet ones, fought within the heart.